Hello.
Hello. How can I help you, sir?
Are you a lawyer or anything?
I'm court clerk.
Oh,
Howdy.
hello. I'm wondering, how can I get a bar license? Is it long?
You can come for the... no, it's not a long thing. I do an exam with you, see if you know your shit, and if you do, I give you a ball.
Wait, we can do it right now.
Yeah.
Let's
You're very
do
lucky
it.
because... Yeah, we can do it right now.
Oh shit, I'm down.
All right. Let's go to the office.
Yo, I'm fucked, chat.
We can do it over here.
Yo, chat, I'm about to get bar certified.
All right. You're looking to become what? A lawyer, public defender, prosecutor? Where's your interest?
So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. My interest is becoming a police officer.
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently on a waiting list, soon to be trooper, and I feel like I could be a good prosecutor or lawyer temporarily, or maybe when I become a higher ranking officer, at least I'll have the bar license under my belt, you know?
Yeah, to represent the PD when they need you.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Are you aware of the case laws we make use of in the state?
Of course, of course. Yeah, well, I'm fucked, man.
Because so how we operate is we don't use all the
fucked.
case laws. Most of our case laws we establish in the state.
Why did I do it now,
through court
bro?
cases. But we do use some general ones just so that there's not pandemonium in the streets.
Okay, okay.
But beyond, it's like
We're
7 or
fucked,
6
bro.
basic ones, and then beyond those ones, it's set in court, meaning we don't just use random things from 1925
Yes,
to
yes.
make rulings, because that shit's just stupid.
Yeah, we ain't Captain America frozen back in 1923.
No, we don't do that shit. So I'm gonna quiz you on the general ones. I do recommend just reading up on the ones we have set in the state.
Of course.
You might know it as Wyoming v. Utah, but we say State v. Utah. If you can explain that one to me.
The Wyoming versus the state is pretty much when was that right?
I didn't hear a single word you just said.
Wait, you didn't hear anything?
Nope. I heard Wyoming v. State, and then you went quiet.
Yeah, so sorry. Let me just make sure everything is good. All right, there we go. How you doing? How you doing? Am I good now?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, you're good now. All right, so State v. Utah.
It's basically a case law that pretty much allows you to search a vehicle even without probable cause. Basically, police can search a passenger's belongings in a vehicle if they have probable cause to search the car itself, even without probable cause to search a specific passenger. So pretty much like the glove box and stuff like that.
All right. You get the basic gist of it. It's, I think what you meant to say was without a warrant, they can search the vehicle.
Yeah, of course, without a warrant.
You do need PC. You can also then, like you said, search belongings or containers that could reasonably hold
Yeah, we're fucked, bro.
the illegal item that you might have seen or suspect them of having.
Yes, of course.
So,
Just without a warrant, pretty much.
Yeah, you get the gist of it. I'm gonna be blunt. Recently with the changes in DOJ, we're looking for people that actually not necessarily know the law to the T, because that's just stupid. None of us have spent years in a fucking college or in a university studying this shit.
Of course, of course.
I need people that can actually function in a fucking courtroom and not just go in there and Brother, if I was looking for people that can chat GPT everything, then I'd just fucking rule on
Disgusting.
chat GPT.
Exactly, that's true.
So don't feel pressured if you don't know something completely. Just give me what
An
you
example
know.
as well?
Yeah, you can give me
Oh,
examples as
okay.
well. Like, you don't need to know the shit verbatim.
Yeah.
I need to know that you know the basics, and that
You got
at the
me,
very
brother, you
least,
got
when you
me.
walk into that courtroom, that you're not going to be a dumbass
No,
and
of
just
course.
how do they call them? Robo cops. I don't need
That's
don't
true.
need robo lawyers
You're
in the
right.
DOJ at
We
the
don't need no
moment.
ChatGPT lawyers out here.
Yeah, I honestly don't. I've seen
Yeah, I'm
way
fucked,
too
mate.
many times. I'm just past that point.
Yeah, yeah. We need
Next one.
some. All right.
Hmm?
No,
State
I
v.
ready.
Carroll.
So that's Savvy Carol, but I think that's when you can actually search the whole fucking vehicle. I think you know when you have you don't need a warrant, but you can actually search
Correct.
the whole car, just in and out. You know, the
Correct.
boot, the trunk, the glove box, and
What?
the under the seats.
What? What do officers need to search that vehicle?
Of course, you need probable cause or reasonable suspicion.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
It's as simple as you need PC. If you can
Mm.
articulate your PC, you can search a vehicle without a warrant.
Yeah, of
It
course.
ties into the first one. The first one extends it to the passenger's belongings, but this one is you can search a vehicle without a warrant if you have PC.
Yes, yes.
State v. Garner.
Oh, this one is a very easy one. It's pretty much make sure it's about the use of force and all of that kind of stuff, you know? So if you cannot prevent, you cannot use deadly force against a fleeing suspect unless you have probable cause that that individual is, cause like, you know, if he's like, let's say for example Ultron, or for example Thanos, if he's gonna attack the world and you have probable cause that this guy, and you believe in your heart kindly that this guy's gonna destroy the world, kill people, and is just a bad man, then you can use deadly force to take this suspect down. But it protects also fleeing suspects that if they have not posed any sort of threat, then you have to use the appropriate force measurements.
I like that you used both sides of this argument. A lot of the PD just use the if they pose a threat, they can be shot down. But you actually gave me the other side of it as well, which
Of
is
course,
if you
sir.
don't pose a threat, you can't be shot.
We have to look at all sides here, you know, not one directional. 2D, 3D.
We use State v. Miranda as well, which is the Miranda rights. I know the
Oh,
Miranda rights. You know the Miranda rights.
yes,
What I
sir.
need to understand from you is why is State v. Miranda important? What does it establish for someone, this specific case law?
This specific case was very important because before you do any sort of questioning or any sort of gathering evidence, which could then lead to it being involved in the court case or even in the MDT as your report, you need to Mirandarize them so they understand their rights. That before a suspect speaks to self-incriminate themselves, they understand they have the right to a lawyer, they have the right to remain silent, so they don't have to actually answer any questions. And if I question someone and don't read them their rights, then potentially that information that I gained cannot be used against them.
I've had a lot of people come up to me about a specific argument. I'm going to give it to you. Officer X didn't read me my rights. He can't arrest me anymore. Is that a valid argument to make?
No, because that's the only way that would be valid is if the suspect has it. Like, you haven't seen anything, you got no probable cause, but your only probable cause, well, it wouldn't even be probable cause if you're arresting them based on their word, which you couldn't even do. So that is actually incorrect. You don't have to read them their rights unless you're questioning them. But if you have probable cause, evidence, stuff like that, then you're good.
What is the exception to the Miranda rights? There's one exception in which if someone says something, you can still use it.
Oh, it's like if they swear at you, call you a prick, or no, not swearing. It's pretty much if they like admit like what they did, public safety.
Yeah. So the legal definition is a spontaneous utterance,
That's the one.
which
Sorry,
means if
yes.
yes. So if you didn't ask him anything, you made him aware of his rights and all that, and he just yaps like a dumbass, uh, you can use it.
Yeah, so I'm from England, sir, so my English isn't the best, you know? Or my American, I
Yeah,
mean.
no. Oh no, me too, brother. I just had to spend like a full month just learning this shit.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. If you don't mind me asking, are you a Chief Justice or up there?
Yeah, yes, I'm Deputy Chief Justice.
Oh my God, it's an honor, sir.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Thank you for interviewing a bum like me, unemployed bum.
No, well, I'm glad I could help you. At the very least, until the PD hires you, you can be a public defender. You can go be a lawyer.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you pass, you can go
Of
represent
course.
people in cases. We've got various cases up on the docket that need lawyers.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, you
All
can go
right.
do that. You can be a lawyer. When you are hired by the PD, not if, when, let's be positive.
Let's go when. Yes, sir.
When you are hired, you then transition over to prosecution because we don't have a prosecution body in the state. The PD is responsible
Oh.
for all their court
Lowest
cases.
win
That
rate.
you
Chat.
can reach
I win my
out
court
to
cases. You forget
lawyers
yesterday,
to do it
chat?
on your
We
behalf,
put that guy
but
in jail.
in general, bench trials, any trial really, the PD can represent themselves.
Oh, perfect.
All right, State v. Terry,
I believe that's the Terry for us, sir.
correct?
And that's
What do
pretty
you
much...
need to...
So
Yeah,
with
go
the
ahead.
Terry frisk, you don't need probable cause, actually. All you need is a reasonable suspicion to believe that a crime has been committed. And then you can Terry frisk someone, you know, just like, you know, pat them down, you know, in between their nutsack. Just not too deep, though. But, like, just seeing if they got weapons on them or any big bulges or, you know, stuff like that.
Okay. Let's go to State v. Mims. It would be Pennsylvania v. Mims, usually.
That's pretty much, say, for example, you're at a traffic stop and the guy is being a bit dodgy and maybe he's got weed in his pockets or he smells something or he's got a gun or whatever. Whatever reason, you can actually order a person out of the vehicle during a traffic stop. And it does not violate anyone's
Correct.
rights.
Correct. What do you need to order someone out of a vehicle as an officer?
You don't need anything, but you just have to make it a lawful order.
Correct. It needs to be a lawful traffic stop.
Yeah, oh yes.
And you
of
only
course.
need reason to believe that they pose a danger to the officers in any way, shape, or form to order them out of that vehicle.
Yes, of course, of course. And then you can lawfully, you know, tell them to get out.
All right. One that came on recently, which
Yes.
attaches to State v. Mims, is State v. Wilson. What does State v. Wilson allow an officer to do?
So basically, I think that allows the passenger to also come out of the vehicle as well.
Correct. You don't need any additional suspicion. You don't need. You can order a passenger out of the vehicle for officer safety. That is something we brought in because we saw that being an issue.
Yeah, these passengers, you know, always doing some dumb shit, threatening. Not even if
Yeah.
they're just being normal, they just rely off the driver. So yeah, you're right. We have to guilty by association just in terms of that.
Right. We also added. I'm not going to quiz you on this one, but we added a good faith exception, which is it provides an exception to the Fourth Amendment exclusionary rule.
I mean, what the
barring
fuck is the Fourth
use
Amendment,
at
mate?
trial of evidence obtained pursuant to an unlawful search and seizure. Essentially, what this comes down to is if you as officers have done a raid, you've got your warrant, you have done everything you needed to do as a cop to get everything you need to do that. But because of the mistake of a judge or something, that evidence cannot be thrown out in a courtroom. It's still
yes, of
usable.
course.
Even if the warrant was deemed illegal, you can still use that evidence. Because it came up in the past where judges made mistakes. They were reprimanded, that I can assure you. But
Good.
the downside was the PD got bit in the arse because all that evidence got thrown out because the warrant wasn't legal per se. So we put in the
Typical.
good faith exception that, you know, you guys don't get fucked over
Maria
by
with a
dumbass
Twitch Prime
judge,
for 1 year.
essentially.
Okay, that makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. I remember reading about them cases a couple months ago.
Yeah.
didn't
We
read
take
shit.
a lot of things into account,
I wasn't
especially in
even
the
here.
state. There's a lot of things that change day to day, so we just make sure we stay on top of it.
So you have to either
Let's
adapt
jump
or you
over-
perish.
Correct. And you end up getting shot in the Chief Justice office because you're trying to
Have
cover
you been
up
shot
for
before,
friends.
sir?
No, I've not been shot before because I'm
That's
not
good.
a dumbass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You seem like a very sophisticated
I've-
individual.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Look, I try and use common sense, but I've also taken it upon myself to actually meet people and build up a reputation as a person that no matter what I rule, you can believe that I'm doing it from a good faith.
Of
So
course.
that when I rule for you or against you, I'm not the guy trying to fuck you over. I'm providing justice as it needs to.
Yeah, nice or neutral balance. Whatever's
Correct.
fair. That's beautiful, actually.
Yeah, as much as I've been at the PD, I've been in the South Side. I've been in Little Seoul. I've been
okay.
up in Polito. I make my rounds because I don't want to be the judge that.
Just sides with PD or
people-
sides with one person.
Correct.
And then people have already
Correct.
like, oh, this judge is going in favor of the PD. I understand. That makes sense. That's very good. Does your willy work as well?
No, I cut it off because I don't want to get shot because of it.
Why would you get shot? Like you got a jealous wife or something?
No, okay. So unfortunately, she passed away a while back.
Oh, sorry.
I came to the state, and then I heard the previous DOJ. They apparently couldn't control their own, like willies, and because of that, it led up to a lot of an officer was dating a judge, and that judge would
Fucking
rule on
hell.
a case for the So they got shot down.
Oh, so
And-
yeah.
I made it very clear that I'm not going that route.
The
At
freak
the
offs.
very least, if yeah.
So
I
your
had
nuts have gone as
someone
well, or
we-
nah?
I'm what?
Your nuts, have they gone as well? Your testicles?
Yeah, I've fully euthanized myself.
Fair enough.
No, it's just, man, to be honest, I want people to get justice. I don't need other bullshit. I don't
Yeah.
have time for drama.
I did something very similar, actually, if you don't mind me saying.
Really?
I only fornicate with trees.
With trees? What, do you prefer ones with like
Big
sticky
trunks.
sap or the...
Oh my goodness, don't talk to me about sticky sap. Whoa.
Okay, whoa, I'll stop.
Thank you.
Burdens of proof. We're
Of
moving
course.
away from case law.
All right.
In the state, we have several levels of, burdens of proof. You know reasonable suspicion. You know probable cause.
Easy.
Yep. As someone aiming to be an officer, I would firmly believe that you have studied up on these two.
Fully to the
then-
extent.
When it comes to court, us as judges have two levels of burdens we need to meet depending on the case, which is preponderance of evidence and beyond a reasonable doubt. Preponderance is usually anything non-violent. It can be a felony, but non-violent and below.
Yeah.
And then beyond a reasonable doubt is anything violent and or court charges. When I'm referring to preponderance, what's your understanding of preponderance of evidence?
So with preponderance, I think it's like evidence that can be seen that is more true than false. You know, it's not like with a reasonable doubt, but it's more like balanced. Like if there's a scale, it's more tipping to the guilty side than the non-guilty side.
Correct. It can tip either way.
I just made that shit up, I
when
swear.
We do preponderance on a lot of the charges. It's, to put it in a numerical sense, it's 51%.
Yeah, of course. Yes, 51%.
You need to convince the judge up there 51% that this person,
I
There
didn't use
is-
ChatGPT, I swear.
how can I put it? More likely than not that they did or did not commit the crime, which makes it very easy to meet that burden. However, with beyond a reasonable doubt, that standard goes to 95%, which means you need to clearly convince a judge that they are
Okay,
either guilty or not.
I look at the
not
basic
guilty is
info, then
easier
I'd
to
add my
convince
own
because
twist
they
to
need
it.
to basically just poke holes in your argument, which is why you would essentially have a concrete
I
case.
see with Cam on.
Which sometimes they do not,
That makes sense.
or the lawyer's just too good and is very good at creating doubt, and they don't fight back.
Oh, yeah. Spineless.
Correct. I mean, there's another standard which is clear and convincing, but we don't really use clear and convincing.
Yeah.
That would have been violent felonies, but not that serious or violent. But we don't use them. It's either preponderance or beyond a reasonable doubt. So
Oh, okay.
let me have a look. Some general terms, just for funsies. Double jeopardy. Do you know what it means?
Of course, that's when you charge someone for the same crime twice.
Correct.
That was easy. And that one I knew.
Exigent circumstances.
Sorry, could you use it in a sentence?
Okay. Jenny ran into her house with a gun. Officers believe they have exigent circumstances to run after Jenny to go get that gun or get into that property.
So basically, what you're trying to say is that they don't require a warrant, but it's more like immediate action in the heat of the moment to do, like, you know, maybe run into the property or to anything that like is dangerous, that saves lives or threats, destruction of evidence. In the heat of the moment, they can respond to it accordingly.
Correct. It basically allows officers to enter a property and or any other thing that might be necessary, which usually would need a warrant, but because of the exigent circumstance, they believe this person could either destroy evidence, get away, hurt other people. There's a bunch.
It's kind of like hot pursuit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's exactly like that.
Perfect.
If someone just shot a cop and runs into a house, you know what I mean? You then can enter that property to try and get them.
Yeah, of course. That makes very much sense.
Yeah, you can't search the property, but you can note down what you see and then apply for a search warrant.
Yeah, of course, afterwards.
Yes.
We're not hungry, you know, like that. We have to make sure we follow the laws and stuff. We don't bend and just abuse our powers, of course.
All right. Do you know our statute of limitations?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is our statute of limitations?
For anything specific?
Yeah, in general. Except for court charges. All the other charges and the investigations, all that. What is our statute of limitations?
I believe 30 days.
Nah.
Plus 30, so 60.
Nope.
Plus 30, so 90. That's what I meant.
Nope.
14 days.
Yeah, it's 14 days.
Yeah, I was just messing around with the other ones, you know? 100% 14 days. That's 2 weeks.
Yeah, so any charge, any of that. So once an incident happens, it's 14 days, except for a court charge. That is 30 days.
But you can
That
do
changed
extensions,
recently.
right?
You can if new evidence comes to light. You can extend it.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking with the extension. No, man. What up, Majed? Yo, someone sub on Kick real quick. You listen to Burna Boy new album? No. Oh, hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm joking. I'm just joking. All right.
Where were we?
I believe you said congratulations.
Oh, did I?
Something like that. Or maybe some terminology, actually.
Let's have a look.
Fuck it, worth a try, bro.
We were at statute of limitations.
Oh, yeah, you asked me what was the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations is 14 days.
Awesome, except for court charges, which are
Except court
30
charges.
days.
Yeah. Yo, no way I got away with that. Bro, we have no shame, bro.
All right, let's jump just into court procedures.
Yes, sir.
And like I said earlier, it's not so much, yes, I'm doing an exam, but I'm also explaining things because I need fucking lawyers. I'm not gonna lie. And you can earn while you wait for your application, you can go earn a buck.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Let's see. Do you know what discovery is?
Discovery stage.
Yes.
It's a period where you can, you're allowed to gather evidence and stuff.
Along those lines, yes.
Pretty much, I think it's before like the actual court case happens. You
Correct.
can like exchange like evidence or stuff like that, right? It's like it's a way for you to like look at each other's documents, any information, understand the weaknesses and the strengths of the following court cases, or the the opponent's trial,
All right.
something like that.
Yeah, it comes down to the exchange of evidence for the other side. So you basically make open any and all evidence you have, and the other side will do the same. So each side can have a fair chance to prepare for the trial. So any warrants, reports, anything tied to your client needs to be released to you. It's along those lines. It's
Yeah, that makes sense.
pre-trial motions.
Pre-trial motions, pretty much you
Correct. You can use
motion to
examples if you want.
dismiss if you want to dismiss something, or if there's like a problem. You can before the trial you can put like a thing towards the judge and tell him, hey brother, this guy's doing this dodgy shit, or this, like anything for a mistrial or anything like that. If you think something is off, or new evidence wants to come in, like maybe you got a picture of the guy banging your wife or something. So you can like all this kind of stuff you can pretty much do before the trial actually starts, and the judge will respond accordingly.
Correct. It is simply it's tools used by the attorneys to set boundaries for a trial.
Yeah.
When you file a motion, you are asking the judge to make a decision prior to trial on what may or may not be used in that trial, or to dismiss, or to
Mid-Troy with a
It's
tail number 13.
basically petitioning the
Chat.
courts to take certain actions
Oh, of
before the
course.
trial happens. Opening statements.
Well, that's pretty much, as the trial begins, both will do a quick, like, brief of, their claims and, like, the situation and the trial, and just nothing too deep, just a brief on what's happening, to give everyone, the judge and everyone, a brief idea, everyone into the stands if they're watching, anyone at home watching, that they can get a quick understanding, like an intro.
Correct. It is basically you telling the court your story based on facts and what you will be presenting in the trial going forward.
Yeah.
Then you move into your evidence phase, your presentation of evidence. What do you know of this specific phase?
Basically, this is where you can bring witnesses, demonstrate exhibits, so evidences, and You can cross-examinations and all of that kind of stuff is done during this phase. Not cross-examinations, that's after. But then that's from the opposite person, like, side. And pretty much the evidence will be put on the big screen, or you'll get some witnesses in the stand and you'll have to put them under oath, and all that kind of stuff is done during this.
All right. When you have witnesses up on the stand, obviously each side gets a chance to question the witness. You have, if it's your witness, and you bring them up, you get direct questioning, in which you
Yes.
can ask your questions to your witness. You then proceed to cross-examination, which then gives the other side a chance to ask
Within the
their
scope.
questions. Yes, within the scope.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes.
Yes. I remember that.
And then we do have a recross, or however you want to word it, which is it swings it back to you to, if there's any questions you want to ask again based on their cross, you can do so.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of cross-examining someone after they've been asked questions by another attorney?
I mean, between me and you, to see if they slip up or if anything, any sort of
Yes.
false stories or something, something doesn't really add up. And you make them fucking shake in their boots. Like, oh, shit, you said this, though. Oh, but as long as it's within the scope, you can ask them and try and, catch them out pretty much.
It's to create doubt.
Yes, yes.
It's to break down the whole fucking argument. And people don't do that.
They don't think ahead.
No, they don't. The biggest issue currently in court is that, let's say you've got, we'll use sports, right?
Of course.
Two football teams, right? Each side has their playbook.
Yeah.
And they go to the game with their playbook. They've written down all the game plans and all the strategies. They are ready.
What the fuck?
But now they show up to the field and both are playing by their playbook without even considering the other side, without checking what is happening right in front of them and doing a counterplay to what's happening in front of them.
That's fair.
And that's what cross is. You are counterplaying whatever the other side is pushing out there.
Yes,
Because
sir.
if you don't do that, if you don't make doubt, if you don't, in prosecution, if you don't cement the facts in your cross, or if, let's say the defense has made doubt in their questioning, if you don't cement your facts in your cross and create doubt in if that guy and his statements and answers are even valid, then you're going to lose.
You're just a useless lawyer at that point. What's the point?
Correct. You need to be able to sit there, understand what the argument is from the other side, and just fuck it up sideways. That's what cross is.
Yes, sir.
Let's go on. Closing arguments. What is a closing argument to you?
That's pretty much like an intro, but this is the outro. So your final, it's like the final thing you'd want a judge to fucking hear, and then like kind of that's make sure like any key points that you made during the whole trial, make them stand out. Just pretty much wrapping up the whole scenario and making sure it's portrayed in a way that the judge is like, okay, so they don't forget anything, or even though they won't, they'll write it down. But if you have a strong closing argument, it can help your case a lot for the jury and that conclusion and that. Sorry, sir. Very unprofessional
you
of
pick
me.
up?
Oh, hell no,
pick
sir.
up.
Never.
All right. Yeah, like you said, the closing statements is you hammering down. It's the last thing that judge is going to hear before he goes and makes a decision, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
It's been
Chat, we got the
proven
job,
that,
chat.
especially in jury trials, 60% of cases are won in that closing argument because it's the last thing those people hear before they have to make a decision.
Of course.
It sounds bad because openings and closings are like 10 minutes each, where sometimes the main bit of the trial, which is all the evidence and stuff, takes like an hour. But to sum it up right and to portray your story with fact at the end, just cements it. It can be that one nail that wins you or loses you that case.
100%.
Interesting question. When may you ask a leading question? There's only one point in a trial in which you can ask leading questions.
So a leading is pretty much like an objection. Objection, sir. Leading thing. But
Yeah.
the one time you can do it is if they're being like it's either during the cross examination or if they're being hostile. But I think it's cross examination.
Correct. It's cross-examination. You can, when you cross someone, you can ask them leading questions. You can do it as well when you have requested a witness be treated as hostile.
Oh yes, yes.
But that you're gonna ask the judge if he's gonna allow that, and only when he allows it, then you can ask the leading questions.
No, of course.
Objections. Define them, and then give me some.
The objection is pretty much, for example, if the opposite lawyer or whoever prosecutor is, for example, portraying evidence or questioning one of your witnesses or maybe cross-examining as well sometimes, but more when they're questioning your witness and you believe what they're doing is incorrect or false. No, man! Fuck, bro. Yo, that's not a real guy, bro. Oh, hello, sir. There's no way that's a real guy.
Howdy. Quite a heated discussion you were having there. Everything all right?
Basically, yesterday I got robbed, and then I reported it to the police. Since I'm a police officer, and I had one PD smoke grenade on me at the time, and then which was given to me legally. Then the guy, started tweeting out. Then the police caught him. He admitted to robbing me. He went to prison. And then they took his weapons license. And then he called me all pissed off. And yeah, it was a very interesting call.
It seems like it was.
Nah, I don't report anyone. I don't give a
Seems
fuck.
like man got arrested and decided to dip out like a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Something like that. I don't give a fuck.
There's not much more questions. Seeing as you're going to be a public defender initially, there are some things that
I'm
you
not
need
saying
to
anything
know.
back chat because I'm
Well,
getting
at
watched
the
like a
very
hawk.
least,
You know what I mean? So I'm not falling for the rage bait. I'm not trying to. I'm just having fun with it. You know?
There are some
I'm
expectations.
not saying anything, bro. I'm not
when
fucking
lawyers
falling
go
for any
into
like.
the cells or
He's not worth getting in
because they
trouble
are
for. You know what I
privy to
mean?
a lot of information, right? It is expected that you do not. How can I put this?
I'm locked in, chat. I'm
Don't be
locked
a
in.
corrupt piece of shit.
No, of course. No, never.
When you're, yeah, go ahead.
I'm a former trooper, sir, so I hold myself up to a high standard.
As I would expect a former trooper.
Of course.
When you go to MRPD, let's say you do pass, there are expectations. They will confiscate weapons. They will put your phone in a lockbox if they are dealing with some information that can't be leaked out.
No, of course.
As much as a client has the right to a lawyer, the police have the right to deny you access to those cells if you can't comply to the conditions they have for you being there. It's a secure facility.
Yeah, makes sense.
When you are called, usually a lot of the times you'll get called and there's like 3-4 people looking for a lawyer. Only go to the person that called you and deal with that, and then ask the police if they need help with the rest when you're done with what you were initially doing. Don't just, gallivant between people, because it ends up making...
Danger.
One sec. I'll call you back.
You call me or ride along with me, okay? Call me back.
Oh, sir, sorry about that.
All right. Before I get abducted and probed again, let's finish this up.
Yes, sir.
I need to go clock in, but at the moment, you did pass.
Oh, thank
you. You have
you.
a very fundamental understanding. I think there's a lot to improve, definitely, but it comes with experience. All right. Once you've done a few cases, Being on the bar, you are a active public defender. The way you earn money is through cell representations. You don't get paid hourly, so when you would usually put up a yellow page ad that you are around as a lawyer. You would get called for a cell rep, and then once you are done representing, make sure that the officer attaches you to that report, and then you get paid 1,500 for each individual you assist. Other ways you can go about earning some money is you can start up a law firm, you can get retainers, you can charge people to go to court for them.
Oh,
The
shit.
world is your oyster. The only thing is we don't pay hourly. How
That's
you
fine,
earn your
that's
money
fine.
is up to you.
Ooh, even better.
Right, let's go get you onboarded and employed, and then...
Woohoo! Thank you so much, sir.
Ah, it's a pleasure, it's a pleasure. You clock on here with this lady. Let me first get you employed. Howdy, Chief. How you doing?
Chief, how you doing?
Hello there, how are you?
What's
Chief,
your
guess what?
study?
What's up, real man?
I'm a lawyer now.